Coach. Impressive win today, 27-10. 4-point game at halftime, but you guys really came out in the second half and put your foot on the throttle, I would say.
I'm really proud of the team because the last 2 weeks we didn't finish games. We didn't play our best second half of the football game. And, we went up, and then they're a well-coached team. They kept their heads and kept fighting back. And, we fought that off and had a really good second half.
This win gives you 6 straight NEC openers in a row, but I think coming out of the locker room, I thought they had the momentum going into the locker room, and that first drive for you, getting the kickoff was going to be key, and you went right down the field, scored it, put it in the end zone, scored a touchdown to take that 11-point lead. I thought that was real big to regain the momentum back.
It was huge for our kids to do that. I thought we had a good balance of run and pass on that drive. It's critical because we're trying to figure out who we are a little bit now. We got some injuries to our receivers, so we're trying to figure out exactly who we are. Big game by Reggie. I know Chris had a big game, and Wayne had some key plays. Dylan really played well. But I give credit to our offensive line, our running backs that provided that balance.
Well, here's some stats you probably haven't seen yet, but I figured them out before I came down because I wanted to be right. Total yards in the second half, you guys had 331, and they had 94. Very, very impressive. Clartel Clarity, a career day for him, 123 yards on the ground. Like you said, Reggie with 6 catches, 80 yards. Kevin McKnight chipping in, or Kevin Enright, chipping in, 443. Even Rafiq, 83 yards and a touchdown. So the offense was very balanced. 201 on the ground, 323 through the air. Just tremendous balance all the way around.
Like I said, very pleased with the execution and obviously the numbers. And the offensive line allowed him to do that. I think he only got hit a couple times. And they'll probably tell you that Dylan should have checked the protection or something. It's just a good chemistry with our guys. I'm glad to see the offense finish that game in the second half because the last 2 weeks we hadn't.
But also it's important, turnovers play a huge key in this game of football, and your defense was able to get 3, special teams was able to get 1. One of them was one of your defensive fumbles that you got where they were going into the end zone on an option. Another one was a kickoff, and then Trenton Cole with 2 big interceptions.
I got to tell you, maybe I got a little crystal ball last night in our team meeting. I asked him, I said, we got to get back to the turnovers because I have a slide of Zach Ziddy, and again, it was years ago in the night game, he got this ball holding up here, like, big turnover. So I dug it out, and I said, this is an oldie but a goodie. Let's get back to some turnovers. And our guys played hard enough to force them in and got some balls, so that's great.
Well, I think you got to be happy with at least the second half, if not the entire game, Coach. Congratulations on going 1-0 in the NEC. Unfortunately, we go back to non-conference next week because it would be like to keep the ball rolling on the NEC, but Alderson Broaddus comes in. Just talk a little bit about what homecoming, and then we'll let you go.
It's special, to have all the alums come back, former players. We're recognizing the 95 team, which was the first MAC championship team. It's going to be great to see those guys and them to come see us play the way we do. I talked last night in our meeting about tradition. I put a couple old pictures up of some of the championship teams and said, that's the tradition. That's why you came to school here, is to win championships. So next week will be special.
And of course, we'll have your show at Chupka's this Friday night, 7 to 8 o'clock. Hopefully we'll have some players there, maybe Coach McCann, and we'll have Lee Bodden coming back too as well. Of course, he has a nice donation, and it'll be a nice presentation going on here. But a lot of festivities going on for homecoming coming up. So, Coach, enjoy this next 24 hours and your preparation for Alderson Broaddus.
Thanks.
Okay, Alex, back up to you. We're going to try and grab a player.